Yeah.
They winning.
We here. We are. Man, we got, first of all, we want to say rest in peace to the Dallas Mavericks.
Damn.
So, yep, I picked them at 7.
Yep.
That. No,
you was wrong.
I was. Gentleman sweep.
You was wrong, but I was told that what I said was kind of weak. Because I said
Nobody think about you.
I said I want Dallas to win.
Right.
But I think
Boston is gonna win.
Point is
Boston won.
Boston was loaded.
They won.
They got the roster.
They put it down on them Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
And the Boston curse on Kyrie Irving's career in Boston still exists. He still ain't got it.
It's not a curse.
It's a curse.
It's not a curse.
That's when I say it.
It's not a curse.
When I say
it ain't.
I did.
It's talent.
All right.
It's talent.
Whatever.
Man. Look,
hey.
What he gonna do? He got the best on-ball defender, according to multiple players.
In the NBA.
Picking him up.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? And then when you get around him, you got other great defenders to deal with.
They loaded. They
got a great team. That's, they are loaded. That's why my MVP would not have been Jaylen Brown. My MVP was Brad Stevens.
Okay.
When they picked up Brad Stevens, I was like, man,
yeah,
that's big.
All right.
I thought he was going to start as a coach. He didn't.
I just want you to understand that whatever he just said,
he's in the front office.
Delete that from your memory.
No,
Brad Stevens ain't played 1 minute.
It don't matter. He's the reason why Porzingis is on that roster and Drew Holiday's on that roster.
So I'm gonna say this. We want to give congratulations to the Boston Celtics and the Boston Celtics fans on being the 2024, or is it 2023?
Yeah.
It is 2024, right?
Yeah.
2024 NBA champions. Big up to the Boston Celtics, their 18th banner.
Yep.
And the Lakers fans are pissed.
Yeah. They only got 17 and a half.
Now they got 17 3/4 because they also got the in-season tournament.
That's the half. Well, you talking about 22?
I'm talking about the bubble. Yeah.
Yikes. Yikes.
That ain't even the champion.
Dang.
It's just the bubble.
Nah, I count that.
That junk got Mickey Mouse on this trophy.
So what? My daughter's got Mickey Mouse trophies. What's wrong with that?
Mickey Mouse trophy. My bad, y'all. No disrespect.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I stay winning. I'm winning. I stay winning. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning. Never losing. I'm winning. Or caught slipping. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning. I stay winning. Yeah.
All right, so we definitely got a really, really dope topic today. But before we get into the topic, we gotta celebrate one of the greatest baseball players ever.
Yeah.
All right. Sad news. We've lost some major sports figures in the last month and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And the great Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, has passed away.
93 years old.
93, man. So that's celebration, bro.
Right.
And you ain't mourning about that, man. That's celebration, So, man, the impact that Willie Mays has on the culture, baseball community, and all of the generations after him.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, or they probably do know, but he's the godfather of Barry Bonds.
Big head Barry Bonds.
Old swole head. Old swole. But Ken Griffey Jr. said it really, really dope. He had a really dope statement about Willie Mays. He says, Willie Mays is the godfather of the center field position.
Okay.
So he ain't even ranking them one. He's saying he is the standard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of the center field position. And that is great because you're talking about a great center fielder. Ken Griffey Jr. was that.
Right.
So, man, one of the coolest stats that we just learned is that Willie Mays played in 4 decades.
Yeah. Yeah. He started in the Negro Leagues.
Yeah.
He played for the Birmingham team.
Yep.
In 48.
Right.
Then he played in the major leagues and started in 51.
Yep.
Right. He played in the 60s.
Yep.
And he played in the 70s.
Yep.
4 decades. He is the Vince Carter is the Willie Mays of the NBA.
And then, he lost a year and a half to 2 years of playing time because he served our country over in Korea.
Correct.
So,
yeah, man.
He ended up with 660 home runs, and he almost missed 2 seasons.
Yeah, season and a half.
Right. He had like 35 games that first season before going away to the war.
Like 20%.
Correct.
Of the season.
Yeah.
I think 34 games, and then he missed the whole next season.
I mean, they have him ranked right behind Babe Ruth. But if you don't send him to war, is he in front of Babe Ruth?
I don't know. I don't know enough about Babe Ruth's career to see what he missed.
Right. But man, Willie Mays, 24-time All-Star.
That's crazy.
Yo,
Like, that's ridiculous.
24 times, bro.
A lot of people don't play 24 seasons, first of all.
Yo, a lot of people don't play 10 seasons. So this Joker was
Yeah.
24-time All-Star. You know how good you got to be an All-Star 24 times?
Better than a lot of the other people. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
I mean, what kind of question is that? How good do you have to be? When you look around, you know
No. All of them. Yep. All of them. You, better than you. Get up. Give me the seat.
Yeah, man, he's amazing.
Man.
Amazing.
So, man, we want to make sure we give him his flowers, his family, all the ones that's loved, all the ones that is affected by this, man. This is big news, so we don't want to kind of sweep it under the rug. Right? Willie Mays is equivalent to, in baseball, he's equivalent to the Roberto Clementes. He's equivalent to the Jackie Robinson. He's equivalent to Jim Brown. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, these guys, man, this is what Willie Mays was. You know what I mean? Bill Russell, Willie Mays.
They were pioneers.
Correct.
And incredible athletes.
Correct.
Like, the accomplishment. We just gonna stick with Willie Mays for now.
Yeah.
His accomplishments are amazing by any standard. By any standard. His accomplishments are amazing.
Yeah.
And he happened to be a pioneer on the other side of that.
And according to everybody, was a good dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing.
Can't find a Willie neither.
Yo, everybody, it's Bill Russell. Everybody loved Bill Russell.
Right.
Everybody loved Willie Mays. Like, another thing that King Griffey Jr. said is that anytime I called Willie Mays, he answered the phone and had some fatherly advice on life, on baseball, on family. So, man, Willie Mays was a rare one-of-a-kind athlete and apparently a one-of-a-kind person.
Yeah, we can use more like him.
Absolutely. So, once again, stay winning. Willie Mays was a winner, so he was always winning, so he fits the bill. So, once again, love to the Willie Mays family.
Yeah.
And we lost a legend. All right. Yup, we about to do it.
I'm about to ask me something stupid.
I'm about to bring the pain. It was so the Boston Celtics win champion.
Yeah.
And there was a guy that won the MVP.
Yeah.
Now he's won the Eastern Conference Final MVP.
He deserved that one.
He won the Finals MVP.
He deserved that one too.
Is Jaylen Brown better than Jayson Tatum?
Why you ask me something stupid like that?
I'm just saying, I just want to know. Because the numbers state that Jayson Tatum is a better player.
Who cares?
I'm just asking.
Like, all right, so I'm saying who cares because I think part of the argument that the Celtics are making now, and rightfully so, that they got this championship,
Right.
is those two players faced a lot of scrutiny.
They did.
Right, because they hadn't won, and it was always just kind of like,
Who's gonna get traded? Correct.
right, who's gonna get
Which one of y'all packing y'all bag?
And so for me, I'm gonna just straight up answer your question.
Yeah.
Going into the series, I said if the Celtics collapse and don't win the finals this year with the team that they had,
Right.
Somebody's getting traded, and to me, that somebody was Jaylen Brown.
Correct.
Just for a number of reasons. One, all around player-wise, Jayson Tatum is the better player.
Right.
Right? I said it. He's the better player.
You heard what he said.
He's just as athletic. He's not as bulky. But what he can do with his frame versus what Jaylen Brown can do with his frame, similar.
Right.
They can both get to the rack.
They're very similar players.
They can both shoot.
Yeah.
Tatum shoots better.
He does.
And Tatum is the better defender because he can defend in the post
Right.
as well as out in the perimeter.
The numbers speak for that. The numbers say that. The numbers say that Jayson Tatum is the better player.
And I view Tatum as more consistent. I watch a lot of the Celtics games, and Tatum shows up. Tatum is Tatum every game.
Right.
Jaylen Brown will disappear sometimes. Like people have not talked about this. It's not really something to harp on.
Right.
But then, during this finals run, there was a game where Brown scored 11 points. Celtics won, and then he ends up winning the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Finals MVP,
Right.
which is fine.
Right.
Because that's just one game.
Correct.
And beyond that one game,
He played a great series.
he was phenomenal. He was
Right.
phenomenal defensively throughout the playoffs.
Right.
So I do want to call that out. Like Jaylen Brown balled out in the way that we expect him to do all the time.
Right.
But he don't do this all the time.
Okay.
So my opinion, Tatum.
Okay.
You stick with Tatum.
All right.
Tatum's the better player. You stick with Tatum.
So I'm gonna say this. The numbers say it's Jayson Tatum. The eye test says it's Jaylen Brown. To me, right? To me, it's Jaylen Brown, right? I think when it comes down to the narrative, I think Jaylen Brown's personality harms him when it comes to the narrative. Jayson Tatum he's friendlier, he's more camera friendly, he's more interview friendly, and he can play. So he's got the best of, he's got all of the ingredients to market, right? Jaylen Brown comes off as a straight up dog. And I'm not saying dog in a bad way. Like he plays hard, and when it needed the shots to go in, when it needed the stop, Jaylen Brown was the one who was pretty much doing that for the Celtics throughout this playoff run. False. No, that's not false.
False.
It ain't false.
Because, all right, so the game that comes to mind is against Indiana.
Yeah.
And those idiots didn't foul. Right.
What a you
So when Pascal Siakam decided to put his arms behind his back and still fouled him, well, I think he fouled? I don't think he fouled.
No, he didn't foul.
On the
Three-point shot.
three-point
He made
shot.
it. Yeah.
And Jaylen Brown made it.
Right.
To send the game in overtime. We go, wow, Jaylen Brown came out clutch. What he did?
He did.
That's a fact.
Right.
In overtime, Tatum scored 10.
Okay.
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't.
Tatum put him away. Jaylen Brown extended the game.
Okay.
So
Pick your poison.
it's a wash.
So who should have been the MVP? Drew Holiday.
Brad Stevens.
Drew Holiday. Why? Because he neutralized
Kyrie.
50% of their offense.
He neutralized Kyrie. I'm not allowed to say what I'm about to say, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm me.
We over that.
I agree with you.
You better agree.
Better not. But I agree with you because the story, the leading story throughout the finals was Kyrie not showing up.
Right.
And then when the finals is over, when all said and done, you get the biggest name in sports news on his show, Stephen A. Smith,
Right.
on First Take, saying how Kyrie disappeared.
Right.
He did not show up at all in the finals.
Right.
We still know and respect Kyrie's abilities.
Right.
Why didn't he show up? Because he had the best on-ball defending
And a great team
in the
behind him.
NBA on him most of the time.
Right.
And a great team behind him.
Right.
Now, go back to your question about who should have got the MVP.
Yeah.
I don't mind that Jaylen Brown got it. He deserved it.
Right.
I wouldn't have minded that Drew Holiday got it.
Right.
He deserved it.
Right.
I wouldn't have minded that Jayson Tatum got it. He deserved it.
Okay.
I would even throw in Derek White as a stretch
Right.
because I can still remember.
Yeah. He played great.
Him making play after play after play.
Yeah.
So let's just take a moment and acknowledge what Brad Stevens did. He put together a roster that is so balanced
Right.
that the MVP could have went to one of any four guys, and no one. I wouldn't have mind. I don't know if you would have. I don't know if anybody would have. Would have made a fuss about it.
So here's my question now. Okay, so we both agree that you feel Jayson Tatum is the better player. I feel, according to what it looks like right now, Jaylen Brown is. I think Jaylen Brown is ascending to be better.
He got to do this consistently, not
I
just in
agree.
playoffs.
Boston may have a problem.
What's that? They got to pay him. I mean, Brown got his.
Hey, look. Hey, had they folded, Brown is great trade bait. We can ship your butt right on out of there
and get a lot
and get a lot back.
Yeah.
Okay, you ain't shipping the Finals MVP away now after he done got you a chip.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And Tatum gonna want his money, and he coming off as I'm the best player on this team.
Yeah.
So Boston may end up losing pieces that got them this chip because you ain't gonna pay everybody. Now, here's the thing: when you start losing the people that are important, as much as Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum are important, you don't want to lose a piece like Porzingis because you can't pay Porzingis.
I'll let him go.
And you don't want to lose a piece like Derek White
No, I want to keep Derek White
because Drew is a little older.
Right. I want to
Okay, so
a little bit. I want to keep White. I love to keep Drew if I can.
Right.
I want to keep Jaylen Brown. I want to keep Tatum. Porzingis, I would say Porzingis should retire, but since people are like, oh, he's young, he got one.
I mean,
it's not about that. It's about the quality of life after this.
He banged up.
He's constantly
Always.
hurt. He's constantly hurt. I would be looking for who can step in for Porzingis. That's a cheaper option.
Right.
Like what players are out there? He's not cheaper yet, but he will be soon if he keep playing like this. But Karl Anthony Towns is a person that's going to be out there. And when you got those other four guys, you don't have to lean.
He got you a $5 snack.
I ain't call him a snack. Pause. So look, I'm just being real. Like, if Minnesota look at Karl Anthony Towns as their second best offensive option, treat him that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they're gonna win if they rely on him.
No.
As the second best.
Because he disappears when he get real.
But you put him on the Celtics, he's your fourth option.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or fifth, right? Like depending on how you look at it. It's like Drew Holiday is not an elite scorer.
Correct.
Unless they play the way that Missoula had them playing in the finals.
Yeah.
Because he was getting buckets off of cuts.
Wide open looks. Now
Tatum,
listen,
Tatum was an assist man, bro.
Bro, Drew Holiday, they always say it. He's that glue player that you want on every single team.
Yeah.
All right. And Milwaukee, yes, Raheem, you were right. Milwaukee and Giannis, he broke every TV in his house. Giannis broke every TV in his house.
This is not true.
And Dame didn't watch the finals because he was down in the basement spitting bars. Dave Ballard.
I'm looking for that next.
Okay. Drew Holiday, to me, I agree when it comes to like Porzingis, right? But they don't win without Drew Holiday.
Right.
They don't beat Dallas without Drew Holiday.
I agree.
So in my opinion,
so Porzingis is the expendable.
Yeah, you're right. Because Drew's a little older. You're right. I still listen. If Jaylen Brown has another season the way he had this year, especially in the playoffs, as they because if everybody's healthy, they're still gonna be the team to beat.
They are the team.
They are the team to beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what comes with being fans. You're the team to beat.
The cool thing is it's really about matchups. But Dallas was a real bad matchup for them because they relied on guards.
They weren't supposed to be there, right?
They just came out of nowhere. Correct.
They were the fifth place team.
Right.
They weren't supposed to be there, but they were able to turn it on.
Yeah.
Luka's defense takes a lot of the blame.
Yeah.
Because he can't defend them.
Right.
He couldn't defend the Celtics.
Right.
He could defend bigger and slower guys. That's why Dallas ended up putting him on like Xavier Tillman when they played Minnesota, they put him on Rudy Gobert. Play somebody that runs your speed, right? Yeah. So Dallas got to address all of that stuff. Like they weren't supposed.
They got personnel issues to be able to beat a team like Boston.
They overachieved. The Dallas Mavericks fans should be proud that they
made it to the finals. Yeah,
right. But the Celtics are the team to beat.
Yeah,
they are well equipped to make another run.
They are.
And look, I'm glad you brought up Lillard. In Milwaukee.
Yeah, and Giannis.
Because just think about this, man. This team happened because Dame wanted out of Portland. Dame said, I'm not about to go through this with these kids. And you see, like, Scoot Henderson wasn't even in the conversation when it came to, like, outtrade rookies.
Yeah.
Portland, like, we got third pick. No, obviously, Scoot Henderson may be the future. Well, that remains to be seen.
Correct.
but he was not impactful enough this season. He was hurt a little bit of time. He was not impactful enough this season. Milwaukee's like, we can get Lillard.
Do you understand the executives in Milwaukee right now?
No.
They trade Drew Holiday.
Two big mistakes.
They bring Dame in.
Yeah.
Trade Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
He ends up in the same division.
Yep.
With your rival.
Not the same conference.
Same conference.
Yeah. But then look at what Milwaukee did later on, man. They waited until their coach actually got the team working together well, and then they fire him mid-season and bring in the consultant, Doc Rivers, who has to start all over again and reestablishing the team chemistry
and identity and all of that. Yeah.
Look, I don't know what Milwaukee is thinking, but I blame them. Like,
they have created the monster. Boston is a
they
problem.
created the opportunity.
Yeah, Boston gonna be a problem.
Brad Stevens got it done.
What team in the NBA, everybody's healthy, that can beat Boston? I only can think of one.
OKC?
No.
Everybody's out.
Denver Nuggets. Everybody else. You know why? Let me tell you why Denver, to me, gives them the biggest problem. Because their offense runs through a big man that takes away Drew Holiday and Derek White. They ain't guarding Joker. He ain't do no post him up.
That's true.
So
that's a great point.
The big man, Joker, I'm gonna say Joker. Joker changes the way Boston has to play defense.
Yeah.
Because now if it's Al Horford or if it's Porzingis, they coming out. So now you don't have the rim protection. Your best defenders are all on the perimeter. You run action with Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon and the crew.
Yeah.
It changes the way they play.
You bring up a really good point.
That's the only team I could think that really give them a go.
I can't argue against that, right?
Who else? Who else? I mean, you think a healthy Philly? Because with Embiid, what you think?
No, I don't think a healthy Philly could do it. But the playoff Celtics was different from the regular season Celtics.
They were.
Right? The regular season Celtics, I feel like any given night they could lose a game.
Mm-hmm.
Playoff Celtics, they wasn't trying to waste any time.
Good luck.
They was trying to maximize their time off the court, preparing for the next matchup, the next stage in the playoffs. They were locked in to that championship.
They lost one game each round, right?
They swept somebody, didn't they? Who they played first round?
Miami. They lost a game to Miami.
Yeah,
they lost to Cleveland.
They lost one to Cleveland. Yeah,
they lost one to Cleveland.
They lost one to Indiana.
They lost one to Indiana. They lost one
to Dallas.
Yeah.
Take all the losses. They lost a series worth of games.
So man, look. Let us know.
They were dominant.
They were. Let us know what y'all think. Jayson Tatum number says he's the best player on that team. All right. He's younger. He's 1 year younger than Jaylen, right? He's been in the league 1 year less. Let me say it that way. He's been in the league 1 year less than Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
His numbers say he's the better player. The media says he's the better player. But he hasn't won two of the most important awards for legacy's sake as the best player.
I like what Jaylen Brown said when they give him the MVP trophy.
What did he say?
He basically said, like, this is they said, you got the MVP, what do you think? And he's like, this is for the team.
Right.
And I think that's exactly it. Like, Jaylen Brown was a big part. He was a catalyzing player throughout the playoffs for that team. Like, he had huge moments, like when he ripped Luka in the open court.
Yeah.
Like, this is your guy? Like,
right.
let me get
that.
Yeah. And so
stick up.
His defense was much improved in the playoffs as well.
Yeah.
And so I like that he made his individual award about the team.
Right.
He's a quiet guy usually. He's pretty reserved, but he is highly intelligent.
Beyond.
And I just love that, he gave kudos to the team.
Right.
So I think now you're gonna see more unity between him and Tatum. It's gonna be less about suffering.
Right.
It's gonna be more about this is our core.
We did it. We proved them wrong. We can do it. And now we can kind of build on our legacy together as a 1-2 punch.
Yeah. And when you talk about like the personalities,
Yeah.
and one being more like media friendly and
Yeah.
I don't know where I agree with that. Like
Okay.
Tatum is sometimes he's a bit of a crybaby, so to speak. Like Tatum, you see Tatum look at the refs with crazy faces, or do you see Brown?
Tatum, he just said you a character on Boss Baby.
I was just saying. But you see him, you know what I'm saying? Like you see him complaining to the refs. Now he does get fouled a lot, and they don't get the calls.
Right.
But you see him react in an immature way more than you see Brown. Brown plays through it. They'll get up. He'll look.
He'll argue or call it too true. He will.
But what's surprising to me, and I don't know how to really process this, right? Boston fans have been known throughout the league for saying the wildest stuff. There's not a line
That the fans don't cross. Correct.
And to me, I felt like, well, if the fans are willing to cross those lines, and sometimes it's racial lines and stuff like that, and what they're saying to the players,
Right.
how can some of these black players thrive in
that kind of environment, right?
But those fans love the guys that show up and play for them. It don't matter what your race is.
Right.
They love Jaylen Brown now.
Correct.
Right? Jaylen Brown is an activist.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like, okay, so you're like somebody that's sensitive to civil rights, you're sensitive to inequality and stuff like that, issues of that nature. When you have these fans yelling slurs and stuff at other players,
how would you process that?
Right? Like, I thought Jaylen Brown needed to be in a market like Houston, Atlanta, somewhere that's more black friendly. He's from Atlanta, right? Somewhere that's more that's a more prominent
Black culture. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For his personality.
Right.
Now he doesn't say a whole lot,
Right.
but when something happens, he'll
speak out.
He'll go to the media and speak out.
Yeah.
So I thought his personality might fit somewhere else. What I learned this year is about his intelligence and his involvement with schools like MIT. Right? So if you're in this, so Boston is really well known for MIT, Boston University,
Big time.
like Harvard, all these big programs are there in Boston. And
Yeah.
you get to go and interact in these environments and feed your brain, feed your mental the way that Jaylen Brown is able to do. He's not leaving it, and the fans love him. He's not leaving it. They will put the cherry on top. Was Drew Holiday in his interview after the fight was saying, "I love these fans."
Right. Right.
Now his whole career he's been on the other side.
Right.
Right, and he would hear some of the vitriol the fans had to spit. Now he's on the Celtics team. The fans love him,
Right.
He loves them back.
Right.
It's different.
So you know what that sounds like? Like that fan base is the entire Philadelphia fan base with their sports fans.
And New York,
And the New York fan base.
except New York will also cheer the opposition because they
ride. Philly rides with you, they ride with you. And when you cross Philly, they will crucify you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hey, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I know for the opposing team and the opposing players, they hate it because you had a lot of bad stories about the Boston fans. But that's a big deal.
And not all Boston fans kind of fit that mold,
No,
right? It's
not
just
all of them.
when you do hear about the fans,
Yeah.
the stories sometimes are pretty horrible.
Yeah, they are. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, 2 champions.
Yeah. Put some respect.
Put some respect on their name.
Yeah.
Who y'all got? Who's better? Why? Can Jaylen Brown keep this up? Who's the team that can beat Boston?
We're gonna find out next year.
We are. Willie Mays, prayers for the family. We are here. We are stay winning. And you already know what the time it is, right? What time is it?
I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning, never losing. I'm winning, or caught slipping. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning.